Jesus Christ, Cam. It's dark over there. Cam hastily grabbing the one torch that's kind of hanging there on your wall. Cam recently converted over to torch power. How's that going?
Torch power, it really helps reduce your kilowatt hours that you're seeing in a day's time, which is big. Big downsides is I don't have any single electronics.
Right. You've sort of you're trying to do this off the grid thing. That you're kind of taking literally. You want to be off the power grid.
That's the plan. Yeah. I would have liked that. Ideally, in the next 6 months. Oh, I had pizza for dinner. And you know what? Pizza feels good in your mouth, but not anytime other than that.
Pizza, truly the ultimate mouth feel. I don't think
and candy.
For me, for me it would be pizza and then chips. I'm definitely if between sweet and salty. I'm a salty man. We know this. Possibly. Old slobs know. In my mind and in my mouth, I could eat a whole bag of Doritos Collisions. Easily.
What are the Collisions?
Do you remember those from approximately 2007? It was like 2 flavors of chips in one bag. So it would be like a blue cheese flavor and then like a chicken wing flavor. And then it was 2 flavors in one bag. So, in a handful, you would get a little bit of each. Did you know which one was which when you pulled them out? Well, yeah, one was they were colored differently, right? One the blue cheese probably had more of a lighter color to it, and the chicken wing had a more of a traditional Dorito kind of flavor. You don't remember Collisions? Damn, though, those were hot.
What I do remember, they had what did you call these things? It was like they'd have one really spicy chip in the bag of other, or like one every 10 chip was just ridiculously spicy.
Those were lame.
Why?
I remember because I remember trying that, and then the spicy chip isn't.
It's not. It wasn't as crazy enough where you're like, I think I got it.
Yeah, you asked yourself I think that might have been it, because then it's Doritos, right? So really, the flavor is the dust. So then, if a little bit of the dust, the spicy dust, gets on a normal chip, then does that chip now become a dusty chip? It's a little bit too much.
It'd be good if Pringles did that.
In the stack, in the tube.
Because the stack, you go one at a time.
Yeah, you can. I'm sure there's some fat asses out there who just kind of shovel into their mouths. Yeah, that's right. We're calling you out, a bunch of fat ass slobs.
That's right. You can't hide anymore, you fat bitch.
You can't. The masks are coming off. Guess what? We can see your triple chin. You should have been working out this whole time, you dumbass.
Yeah, get some light, you fucking. Taste some dirt. Go smell the grass, bud.
Eat the dirt. Put it in your mouth.
See what outside tastes like.
Brush your teeth with it.
Brush your fucking
teeth with mud.
You fucking heard me here.
You piece of shit.
Go feel what the dirt feels like in your feet.
Between your toesies.
Run a 10K. Climb Mount Everest. Basic things.
It's so easy to climb Mount Everest.
It's so fucking easy.
You go to Mount Everest. You go. And
then you just go with the pack.
And then when you come back, just lie. It's in your passport. It says you went to Nepal. Just say I climbed it. And what are people going to do? Say prove it?
Is Nepal in China?
No, different country.
You sure?
Yep.
Well, my mistake. You're right. It is a different country. I thought it was a region at first.
Nope.
I read a book on climbing Everest.
And was it a how-to guide? Did it encourage you to go one way or the other, or?
No, it just talked about a tragic accident where a bunch of people died.
So more of a cautionary tale of sorts, like, hey, don't climb. maybe you should start with Kilimanjaro and then maybe move over to Everest.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Where, the old try this if you dare. I love books like that, as you know, Cam. The ones where get me on the brink of death and write this book, and if I come back, the book will be written. That one. Title of the book.
Title of the book, parentheses, in a British accent.
In a British accent.
Accent.
Comma, colon, the book.
Comma, colon, the book.
Comma, colon, the book, comma, the written version.
Parentheses, the musical.
I can't remember if you like or hate musicals.
Yeah, I like musicals.
You're okay with them?
Musicals are great. If you don't like musicals, I think if you don't like musicals, you just have kind of like a general pessimism about life. Like, it's not the musicals that suck, it's your life that sucks around the musicals.
Wow, that's a hot take.
I wouldn't even consider that to be a hot take. Like, how do you not like a bunch of people having fun singing and dancing? Like, if you don't like that, you are clearly the problem.
What about like mid-season in a show? Okay. You're like halfway through this third season of Community, and they do a musical episode.
Do I like the musical episode?
Yeah.
I can't think of one that stands out. Yeah, I think I'd be fine with the musical episode because I feel like if I've made it that far into the show, I like the show. Like, no one's doing the musical episode in the first season because that's going to, potentially get rid of some viewers. But if you do a musical episode in season 6, I've already made it to season 6. I clearly like the show.
You know what we could probably do is
Nope.
I'm not saying we have to do it, but I'm saying
you
we'd
want to
be
do a musical episode?
No.
I thought that's what you were going to say. I was like, there's no way we can make that work.
I was going to say beat to death concepts in the 3rd to 7th season of a show. So it's going to be like your musical episode, your crossover episode, your what else? Come on. You know television.
The old clip show.
Oh, the clip show, yeah.
Wait, what do you mean we do?
Oh, just like a top 5.
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is you want to create a little top 5 for yourself, where you kind of do a little bit of research.
We're just having conversation, Cam.
You want to do a two-season-a-pod clip show?
We could do a clip show. We could. Oh, okay. Here's one that's a classic. Is the episode starts off with like 5 p.m. and it's just like absolute chaos, and then it's like 4 p.m. or like 2 p.m. Saturday before, and then it keeps cutting back in timelines. You're like, whoa, what wackiness started with this? It's like that episode of Seinfeld.
I was gonna say, is that a classic? Because I can think about it happening in Seinfeld, and then that's it.
I think that happens in other things.
Okay, but you have no proof.
I don't watch television, Cam. I'm an ideas guy.
Then how are you gonna carry this top 5? You're telling me you want me to do the work?
Well, now we're at top 2. So what's the next one, Cam?
Just making it up on the spot these days? Is that what we've come to?
There'd be, fuck, am I losing it here? The shrinking episode where they all shrink and go into the body of the teacher, or is that a specific show too?
There's the classic episode of every show where they shrink and then go into was it Arnold's body?
No. What was the teacher's name?
He's eating the Cheetos.
Cruising on down Main Street, feeling relaxed and feeling good. Yeah.
I don't think they went into Miss Frizzle's body.
Yeah,
No, I thought they went into Arnold's body because he was eating those orange like Cheetos, and that's what turned his skin orange. So they went inside to see like what the hell was happening.
Wait, are we talking about Magic School Bus?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
That's getting. And breaking news! That's our next show. We're bailing on Miami Vice.
We're bailing, folks.
It's complicated.
That means it's time to let's kick it.
Continuing tonight on Two Season a Pod.
96.7 on your... Two C's in a pod, 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 two C's just like two C's in a pod, two C's because we're two C's in a pod, two C's just like two C's in a pod, two C's in a pod at gmail.com. Kick it here with two C's in a pod here, episode 109, 109. Cam, who's your favorite player? Episode 109. My name is Cameron Osborne. He's sitting there. His name is Cam LeClaire.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, that's him. And we're here to bring you another week, another episode of the podcast as we make ourselves towards 200 episodes. I guess we're 91 weeks away. So, by this time next year, we won't quite be there. By this time, 2024, we will have eclipsed that.
Huh. 2024, can't wait.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Is that an Olympic year?
Yeah. Every twos I think are supposed to be the year.
And then this one was the mess up. So last
year's was the mess up. 2020 happened in 2021, but 2022 was on schedule. So then we'll have summer in 2024. I think we're going to China for that one. And then
I can't wait for our top. I can't wait for our Canadian Tire Flyer lower or higher.
Crappy
for the
Tire
Summer
Flyer
Olympics.
lower or higher. Folks, did you like that segment? Let us know. twoceesinapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
Any feedback.
Any sort of feedback.
Literally anything. Anything.
We will say anything on the air.
We do cameos. You've seen
cameos
those before, right?
Of course.
Who would be a good cameo to get for one of our friends? Like, that would be not too expensive, but kind of like niche enough where it's like, oh my god, you got like Nicolas Cage is too much, right? But like the director of Saw would be like, holy smokes, you know?
Justin Lin.
Who's that?
He's the director for Saw, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, something like that would be a deep pull. I have a friend who they got Spenny from Kenny vs. Spenny.
That's a good one.
On a cameo to give him a little, a 60-second birthday shout out. I thought that was a good one. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Just to hear them say your name, you're like, that's cool.
Yeah, even though they're reading completely off a script and it's not to the heart.
I don't think they'd be reading off a script. They'd probably be like, hey, Cam, it's me. Thanks. I don't know.
Hey, thanks for the money. And how long did I agree? 60 seconds. And
who would you want? That would be niche enough.
The drummer from Pup.
So, okay, that's so niche that there's a chance that they don't even do Cameo.
No,
and that
wouldn't.
Would be more just like reaching out on Instagram, like, "Hey, can I transfer you $100?" And maybe you'll say something so niche. So, in fact, you don't even know the man's name. You just like, what do you want for Christmas, Cam? I want a cameo from the drummer from Pup. It's like, great. That's
you're like, I don't think we can get that personally.
He says, hey Cam, it's me, the drummer from Pup. Just wanted to say, you're yeah, what are you gonna say? I don't know.
You're like, I understand you saw me in a show 3-4 years ago. And thanks.
And you haven't seen me since. So
and
thank you once again.
Hope to see you soon. I'll give you a few. See if you can get the price lower or higher. Canadian Tire Flyer. Nick Diaz. Over under 250.
I don't think I know who Nick Diaz is.
He's the brother of Nate Diaz, the guy who beat Conor McGregor in a fight.
Okay, I was gonna say, I recognize that name, but the brother, so a man who has no claim to fame. Besides,
oh no, he does. Like, he's a pretty famous UFCer as well.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say $250.
I said that was the over under.
Oh, that's the number you said.
Yeah.
God, that's about what I would think it would cost. So I'm gonna say over.
That is correct. It was for $507. Cam, the next one up
That's too
is
much.
Rudy W. Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City, former associate attorney general of the United States of America, mayor of New York City, the greatest city, 1994 to 2001, and the host of the Rudy Giuliani Common Sense podcast. The price, $630.
Yeah, I feel like it would be higher, but then also that's the thing, you can bang so many of these things out. You know, the more popular you are, you don't even necessarily need to charge more. You know, if you're a guy like Rudy Giuliani and you get 20 of these a day, great. That's like 30 minutes of your day. Even if you just charge them for $500, you made, you know, so much cash. So I'm going to say it's a little bit under.
That is correct. It is at $413.
Why are these figures so specific?
I don't know. The next one up, Cam, is American political consultant. Get yourself Roger Stone. Cam, the number for Roger Stone is $600.
Who would ever want Roger Stone's cameo? Like, what niche is that? Old white crusty man with a weird hat on. Yeah, so I think in that case, he's probably going to charge more because he has less people wanting it. So, you know, he has to make up his money somehow. So I'm going to say that he's definitely charging more.
And I think we found our winner for Connor's birthday present. It's Roger Stone with a personal use message for $127. That's affordable enough.
Fantastic. So this is either a super late birthday present or a very early birthday, or like you're planning in advance.
Hey, we can keep it in the bank.
I guess keep that one in the bank.
Yeah, I think it'd be funny if we're like, hey, I heard you're a big Donald Trump supporter, Connor. You know, big right-wing guy.
Yeah, I guess the hard part would be like, yes, where does the joke end? And then if you kind of like take that step back, you're like, yeah, I'm giving money to somebody who I like fundamentally disagree with. You know, like where does like that little ironic, like where does irony become like, oh, I'm actually helping to support that life of somebody who I don't like.
Well, we only live once, Cam, so the next one on the menu is Bianca Belair, the WWE Superstore.
Now, Superstore?
That's what it says.
Superstore? It says Superstore?
Star. I said star.
You said store. We're can we go back to the tapes? Are we recording?
Are we recording?
Okay, we're
the
recording.
Ultimate question in podcasting. And Cam, the number is at 260.
Yeah, that's way too. That number right there is way too much. She's going to be much lower.
Is she not that popular?
Oh no, she is. But you're not. She's not fucking Rudy Giuliani. Like Rudy Giuliani is a name that a huge percentage of the population would know. Bianca Belair, former Raw Women's Champion. Former SmackDown Women's Champion. She's got a match at WrestleMania taking on Becky Lynch. The hair that just won't quit. I'm going to say she's lower, probably somewhere in the early 100s.
Incorrect, Cam. She's coming in at a hot 381.
381? Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I guess following our former logic of the less cameos they get, the more expensive they are, so they can recoup the costs. That could stand.
And the final one, Cam, we're sticking in the wrestling. Pro wrestling legend. I'm going to see if you can get it. 3-time WWE champion. And here's the real hint. Always wears a red flannel.
You're talking about Mick Foley?
That's correct. And Mick Foley's coming in at $110.
Good question. Mick Foley. Yeah, I'm going to say he gets a lot, so the cost gets to be pretty low. But less than 100, you said 110?
Yeah.
Less than 110, that one might be tough. Like, you know, is he going for $90 or something? But like I said, you know, you have 30 of these in a day. You chug them out. That's an hour of your day. You just made $3,000. So I'm going to say it's lower.
It is at 159, Cam. So a little bit off the mark there.
Wow.
And that is our game of lower or higher Cameo Superstar Canadian Tire Flyer.
Crappy Tire Flyer. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's so many on here, Cam. Like, you would not believe it. Those are just some that I recognize. There's like actors like Jen Larden, James Marsters, Katie Lowe's, Brian Baumgartner, Josh Radin, Gina Torres, and everyone's favorite Jefferson White.
I haven't heard of any of these people.
Me neither.
Yeah, maybe there's a lot of like not like child stars, but like Disney actors. People who it'd be like a great gift for like a kid. Like an 8-year-old getting a cameo from their favorite Family Channel star or something.
No, it just seems like these are all the people that landed there from Yellowstone, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Inventing Anna, The Office. Oh, Kevin from The Office. That's who that was. Brian Baumgartner. Josh Radner's from How I Met Your Mother, Suits, and then Yellowstone again.
Okay. There you have it.
Do we have any notes from last week?
No, nothing to look over.
Damn, look at us. We fucking crushed it last week.
I guess so.
How much do you think Neve and Cammy go for?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't pay for Cammy at all.
Okay, how much do you think Neve goes for?
I would actually probably pay more for Max if the option was out there of which catfish kind of host I would want. Max would be top of the list for me personally. But how much Neve? I don't know. I see. I've never looked at a Cameo price in my life.
I've given you 5 though, and that's like your point of reference. So like. we know Rudy
the five things I just
$400.
Yeah, so we had you named off 3 crusty old white men, a 25-year-old African American woman, and then a bunch of actors that I've never heard of.
All you need to know is
you can formulate a good idea from this.
Rudy Giuliani costs $400 and Mick Foley costs $160. How much? This is a simple math equation.
Yeah, this is a classic on a test. If Rudy Giuliani costs $400, this is a classic.
How much does Neve Schulman from Catfish with 27 seasons and over 200 episodes cost?
That's too many seasons. That the season to episode ratio there does not.
No, I think he's like 9 seasons or something.
Does
like that.
not level out.
You get the idea.
I'm gonna say like $300.
Yeah, you're pretty close. 316.
Yeah. Oh, again, these odd numbers though.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop with this Cameo thing because I'll get overwhelmed.
I mean, you could.
But that was a fun little segment.
I can see it in your eyes, Cam. You want to keep going.
I do. I would love to just be like, who else can I get? And who
else can and not pay a cent for anything, for any of them.
Yeah, I want to. There was like a bunch of like, if you do this one Friday before 5, it's under $50.
That feels weird, but okay.
Hey, it's what made it. What did you do to your hand?
I may have broken my pinky. Last
Guy
night.
gets a new job first weekend. Oh, I broke my pinky. I can't come in anymore, boss.
3 weeks in the new gig. No, at basketball last night. I may have. I definitely very badly sprained it. It is swollen and bruised to shit. Went to go to Shoppers, see if I could find like a finger splint. They didn't have any, so I just kind of taped it.
Our finger breaks in the city just out of control.
I guess
you can't find a finger splint anywhere.
I mean, does Shoppers normally carry finger splints? Because if the answer is no, where else do you go to find a finger splint?
The doctor's office, I guess. You call them up.
You just walk into a doctor's office. Hey, doctor.
You say, I'm looking for the pinky finger doctor, please.
Yeah. It honestly just seemed way easier just to kind of tape my pinky and my ring finger together. So that's what I've kind of done. It's pretty painful, but you know.
How many points did you get in basketball?
I don't know.
You don't count this shit? This is important.
Not really. No, I'm not counting.
Yeah, you should count.
No, when you play like 5 games kind of in a few hours.
Oh, I thought
you're
it was
not
like one hard game.
No. When you
Yeah, it's like a
you play a
pickup
bunch
league,
of
yeah.
games, you know, you're not keeping score, or like you're keeping score,
Gotcha.
but you're not like personally, you know, you're like I had a good night or I had a bad night or something.
Okay, Cam, question for you. So I had simulated golf this week with my colleagues for the first time. Never have met them in person. I play golf with them. I won by 2 strokes. Is this a bad play?
What, to win?
To win by, yeah.
Well, how would that be a bad play?
You can't. You don't want to show everybody up.
Why not?
But my wedge game was so good, Cam. You wouldn't believe it.
I don't think it's showing everybody up.
No, you're right. It wasn't.
Like if you're going to do a thing where there's a score,
Yeah.
that's kind of the price you pay.
Just show it. Yeah, just show everyone who knows how to use those Kirkland.
Well, first of all,
wedges,
if you're winning by 2 strokes, you're not showing everybody up. You won
9 holes.
You won a close game.
9 holes.
Okay, great. You could have triple bogeyed everything else on the back 9.
Nah, I wouldn't have though. Maybe I actually would have. Virtual golf's pretty easy because
I've seen you give up on 2 holes of golf in your life.
I remember giving up on 1. I remember I was like I could not get it.
You
out of the
gave
bunker.
up.
I'm like,
You gave up. You gave yourself, what is that, a 9? I guess is that a give up?
it was yeah. I mean, looking back on them, like that shouldn't have counted. But yeah, I definitely. I could not get out of the bunker. I'm like, I don't know how to fucking hit a bunker shot. And then Park's like, you're doing it wrong. You know, he's like, open up your feet, change your angle, open up the club face, hit down on it, get behind the ball 2 inches, pops up, you can't miss it.
You said thanks, Dad. And then there was a lot of crying, a lot of yelling. Somebody yelled a racial slur, and I even thought that was above the line.
The caddy came on. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road.
Yeah, for some reason the caddy was playing Green Day's "Time of Your Life."
I hope you had the time.
Famously, a song about a breakup, which is for some reason played at every high school graduation.
Yeah, what's up with that?
What's up with that? Unbeknownst to us, I think because it's slow-ish, and it just says like, "I hope you had the time of your life," implying that it was like good, but it's the time of your life supposed to be bad. So I don't know. Jerry still don't know. What do you think they're playing at high school graduations these days?
Post Malone.
I mean, I highly doubt that Vitamin C's graduation is still a part of the rotation.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Do children identify with late 90s female pop artists? Do children identify with songs that aren't on TikTok? Do children identify with something that doesn't involve 808s? I don't know.
What's your best Kanye song to play at the graduation ceremony for the last one?
Pardon me? What is this circumstance that... What? Okay, wait. So...
Okay, everyone plays Vitamin C, right? Because that's the last song you play after everyone like throws the hats or whatever. But now they're like, oh, sorry, we only have the budget for Kanye music.
Okay, so... No, I think you play Vitamin C and Green Day during the haphazardly thrown together slideshow that the teachers put together, like just from the last 3 weeks of grade 8, because it's not like they were like documenting photos over a long period of time.
They never think about this until the last 3 weeks. Damn it, we need to take more pictures.
Yeah. So it's mostly like it'll mostly be like the graduation trip. And then like a couple other things. So then after that, I get to play a Kanye West song for some reason.
Yeah, that's the only artist they have budget for. It's they and he just dropped
probably one of like the most expensive things. Might as well have just gotten a Beatles song for that price. So what song do you play? I'm gonna have to go with Through the Wire. It was between Through the Wire and New Workout Plan. But I think New Workout Plan, maybe the high school graduation, you could play that one. And that's about it. But we're definitely going to College Dropout, no matter what.
Yeah, that's a good one. What's the one that's like?
Wait, any semblance of words or?
It's
Oh my god!
Put your hands to the constellations. You must the sensation.
I can't. Oh my god! I know the song you're talking about. I can't hear it in my head because you're singing it so poorly.
I think Rick Ross is on it too. Maybe not.
Jesus
I don't
Christ!
know. Let's just move ahead here. You're dragging us into a hole we don't need to go down.
You dragged us into this hole.
Cam, I just show up once a week.
And barely at that.
I do my homework. You don't think you guys are just random ideas I have in my head? These are all planned out, Cam. I got a whiteboard with permanent marker on it.
It's covered with permanent marker. I can see that. Then do you have a game for us?
No. Do you?
You just finished saying I do my homework.
Yeah, I do homework every 2 weeks. I came up with 2 games already. I already did my game. It was I made it up on the spot. Canadian Tire Flyer, lower or higher.
You hastily made up a game on the spot. That's what you're calling to be your homework.
Yeah, I had to think hard about that when I was doing it. I might have like a headliner, not a headliner, Asinine, sorry. We always kill the show with that. I probably have free on Kijiji if you want.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's play a little. We haven't played this in a long time. Let's play a little free on Kijiji.
Let me see what we got here. Free on Kijiji.
We know how the game is played, folks. If you're new to the show, Kijiji. All sorts of free shit is always be given around there. And some people's got to want it. So Cam and I, what we're going to do, we're going to do a quick little elevator pitch to the other one to see if this stuff actually is useful in any kind of way. Do you want to kick us off there, Cammy boy?
I'm pressing the elevator button.
Ding!
Hey, John, t-shirt season already, eh?
Yeah, it's I know some people are saying it's a little early considering it's only late February. But you know what? It's a sunny day, and you know what I say about this when the sun's out.
Sun's out, guns out, and that's what I noticed about you, big fella. You've been working out quite a bit.
I have been working out a little bit. I've been doing a lot of pull-ups. What I like to do, I grab my door frame and I just sort of pull myself up. It really works.
That's sick, dude. Yeah, you're looking thick up there. What if you got maybe a few things on you probably can't work out on the ground right now because it's hard ground and stuff like that. No push-ups, no sit-ups, things like that. Probably just hurt your hands, right?
Yeah, I'm on the I'm on the pull-up only workout right now. You just do pull-ups and then that's the workout.
Well, bro, I got something for you then. You know those mats you put on the ground in the gym? Those foam mats?
I've never been to a gym before. Like I said, I just do pull-ups in my door frame.
Bro, you can do sit-ups, push-ups, more sit-ups, variations of push-ups, things on the ground.
What else can I do? What else can I do that's not push-ups or sit-ups?
Close grip push-ups. You can do wide grip push-ups. Sit-ups.
So are you trying to sell me on the ups workout? You only do workouts with the word ups in them?
Yeah, there's that too. You can also do Russian twists. Did I mention push-ups? Do you want them? I can give them to you.
I guess I'll with that very limited information. I guess I don't really want mats on the floor. But I guess I'll take them.
What? Oh, there is one small catch.
Oh, okay.
Well, like the squares. I only have the edge pieces, the borders. The things that make them square. So I can give you those. I just can't give you the square parts.
This is my This is my floor. Let's never talk again.
That's right. Kitchener, Ontario's finest, giving away free foam mats, but just the borders. No one seems to need these things, so they give them away on Kijiji. And guess what? They sold. I had the link a while ago, and someone has taken them.
There you go. Okay, that sounds okay.
You're not impressed with that one, eh?
It's just the borders. Okay, Cam.
Yeah. Go for it, bud.
Let's Hey, do you have you must have a big meeting today. You're carrying a lot of stuff here in the office.
I do. I have my binders. I have my laptop. I have my binders. Did I mention my laptop? Have on my binders.
Are you the guy that was trying to? Are you the guy who was trying to convince people to do push-ups last week?
Do you do push-ups? Yeah, I do have a good workout.
I don't do push-ups, but yeah, all these things you're carrying, it just looks really awkward. The way you sort of have papers sticking out of your briefcase there.
Binders.
Paper sticking out of your binders there. Well, I mean, I think I have a solution for you. I think it could help. I have 12 big tin coffee cans that I think you could use to store a lot of these stuff. You know, if you have maybe I see you have a pocket full of nails in one pocket. I see your lapel is filled with screws. Are those crayons sticking out of your back pocket there?
It's a big meeting. It's very important.
It's a big meeting. Sorry, I think I see bird seed falling out of your.
I got the kindergarten association showing up, the construction association, the binder association, the laptop association, and the bird association. It's pretty important.
It's a big meeting for you, but here's the thing. I mean, I'd rather give them to you rather than just burn them, because I think those are my two options. I mean, those are my two options. Either I give them to you or I burn them.
Sorry. Why do you have to burn them?
Because I have to. I don't give them to you.
I guess I'll take them.
That's right. That's right.
This guy's pitching. You have to burn them.
That's how the post was written. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 12 big tin coffee cans. Sorry, you can use them for storing nails, screws, crayons, even bird seed. I'd rather give them to you than burn them.
I guess recycling isn't really a thing there. I don't think you want to go to that guy's house.
No, but that's how you play Fear and Kijiji.
That's like the guy who told me to come to his basement to look at his cool chessboards. Yeah.
I remember that one. Yeah, chessboard, famously not cool. This man decided to describe them as such. Very interesting.
Real nice ones.
Well, I mean, we'll never know though.
And we're not gonna find out.
We'll never find out.
Alrighty, Cam. Well, I think it's time we hit the South Shores. You know, it's time for. I'm gonna say it.
Yep.
It is. Nice as Vice.
Nope.
Vice. Vicey feisty.
Nope. You're saying feisty again. It's the second week in a row you're saying something that's not a word.
Vice is nice.
Nope.
Come on. Okay, give it to me.
Slice?
Yeah, a slice of ice. A slice of ice.
Walking on the beach and it's really hot. I think I'm gonna go get a pina colada. Miami Vice is a slice of ice. My Miami Vice is a slice of ice. Wearing cool clothes and smoking cigars. Say hello to my little friend. Miami Vice is a slice of ice. My Miami Vice is a slice of ice. Where every single week we recap the adventures of Crockett and Tubbs, who I'm now just calling C&T here in my notes.
That's a good name.
I
just call them the boys. I call them the
Vice Boys sometimes too, as they make their way around South Beach, just like LeBron James did, solving crime. But here's the thing: we only have 5 minutes to recap. Cam, you're gonna kick this week off here. I'm kicking this week off here for us.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then Cam's gonna come up the rear, with the rest of the action. Cam, we're gonna put 5 minutes on the clock right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. This week we're bringing you episode 3, Heart of Darkness, 5432, and we open up on a woman doing some damn sweaty aerobics in her bedroom when there's a knock on the door. It's a man to fix the air conditioner. She tells him that she can't afford to pay him, so maybe they can find out some other kind of payment. Right when he leans into her, the camera pans away, and it turns out we're actually on a movie set. Crockett and Tubbs are in the background, where, of course, as the setup would lead us to believe, we're on a porn set looking for a director named Jimmy, who also deals cocaine. Crockett and Tubbs are undercover looking to buy cocaine. They give Jimmy an envelope full of cash, but right then the cops bust in the door. Roll credits. The guys get out on bail, and now C&T and Jimmy are all rolling off. They're off to meet a guy named Artie, who is the head of the operation, but they have to make a quick getaway after the driver of the car notices a tail. Turns out Artie was actually the driver all along. Back at the station, the cops are checking out the confiscated pornos, while CT are being congratulated on their operation so far. They meet some FBI agents who were actually the tail. They keep asking questions about what they were doing looking for Artie, but aren't giving us any answers. The lieutenant lets us know they've located Penny, the woman from the porn set earlier, and it turns out that she's been murdered. There were all sorts of drugs in her room, and she had a visitor earlier that day. We hear back about Artie, and it turns out that he's actually a federal agent working for the FBI. The next day, Tubbs is complaining about his morning just because he's really not adjusting to life in Miami very, very well. We hear back about Artie, but the feds tell us to, stay out of it. The autopsy comes back about Penny when it turns out that she was drugged and drowned, and that she was only 16. Real sad stuff. We go to visit down the nerds in the shop who seem to have some cool shit going on. I hope they come back later on. We go to meet a man about Artie. Turns out that this man has been undercover for 8 months, but he hasn't been heard of for 6 weeks. Some people in the FBI believe that Artie has turned to the other side. We hear from Jimmy that the coke deal is on for tonight, so we cut to nighttime as the boys are putting on their best jewels and cologne. We arrive to meet Artie, played by a very young Ed O'Neill. We also meet Kovacs, the main boss, and we sit down for dinner. Suddenly, Artie gets pulled away to meet a man in the parking lot who is late on a payment, so Artie beats the living shit out of him before Crockett and Tubbs pull him off. They go back inside and finish their desserts. Cam, over to you.
Back at the station, Sonny makes some calls to try and get the cash ready from the apartment as they have to make the drop that night. They go to see Artie's wife, who to their surprise informs them that Artie is in fact requested to be brought in by his superiors, and he has said no, insisting that he stays until he has nailed Kovacs. They go to the docks to see Sonny's crocodile, Elvis, which has been a repeat in this show now, only to be the feds come around and they tell him to lay off this case again. They refuse and go back to Artie's to get money for the job. At Artie's apartment, they meet up with they meet up only to realize that he knows that they are police officers. They have a yelling match, then they agree to go undercover together to bust Kovacs. Later that day, they return to Artie's apartment only to realize that he crossed them and left for Mexico with Sam Kovacs, the head of the Chomo ring. They get a call from Artie, says he will be in a meeting with Kovacs. Tubbs wears a wire to the bust, but Tubbs' wire starts picking up music from the local radio, blowing their cover. The limo starts taking off as they're at gunpoint, and they're losing their backup police by jumping off a drawbridge, escaping the backup police, and they head to the remote dockyard. Once there, Kovacs orders Artie to shoot Crockett and Tubbs. He thinks about it, then throws the gun to Crockett and turning on Kovacs' men. During the shootout, Artie grabs a submachine gun and empties it into Kovacs' limo, killing him. In the aftermath, I don't have time here, Cam. I hope I'm good.
You're all good.
They take Artie to the debriefing. Before he leaves, he mentions to Crockett and Tubbs that he had nothing to do with Penny's murder and tells them he does not know if he can go back to married life after living an adrenaline high during the Kovac operation. While the Vice Squad enjoys a few drinks at the bar that evening, Rodriguez steps in to tell Crockett and Tubbs that Artie hung himself in the men's room during the break in the debriefing. That's the episode.
That was time. Cam, you did great for time.
Oh, really?
You still have like 40. You still have like 30 seconds.
Damn, man, there's so many characters in this show. And what's up with this crocodile? Like, I feel like it's not nice.
What's not nice?
them just having a crocodile on set.
What's wrong with a croc on set?
I don't know. Let it in the wild, man.
Did you cover the part when the crocodile terrorized the
it was when they went
pier?
to the docks. I didn't think it was that important.
Well, hey, Cam, if you're finishing your half with 40 seconds to spare, clearly there's some more important details you can cover. Remember, we need to paint the picture so the audience doesn't have to watch Miami Vice season 1.
Yeah, there's a crocodile there, and he always seems to scare off anybody that comes by. It's like he's guard dog. I think it might be now. No, it's a crocodile.
It's a croc.
It's a cock. All right.
No, it's an alligator. It's an alligator.
You sure?
Yeah, we're in Miami.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Florida Gators means nothing to you? Okay.
I think they have both.
I don't think so.
It's big and fat, though.
Yeah, I think.
Let me look it up.
I think this in this particular instance, we're talking about an alligator. And
it's an alligator,
not a crocodile. Yes.
Yeah, it is an alligator. Alligators have a U-shaped rounded snout that's wide and short, just like Elvis. Boom. All right, Cam, let's get into our last game of the evening so I can take a shower. Actually, second last game of the evening. And it's Headline or Asinine.
Hey, Headline or Asinine. Headline or Asinine.
The game where we scour the internet for different headlines and try and throw curveballs at each other to figure out, can we knock them out of the park or do we let the ball slide? In tradition, because the lockout is over. Cam, I am going to start us off. Loose Falcon terrorizing local bakery.
How do you terrorize a bakery? Presumably a bakery is a brick and mortar location with doors, windows. So I don't really see how, the Falcon could kind of be involved. Unless the Falcon is kind of pacing back and forth outside the threshold of the door. Just kind of like annoying customers, scaring them off. In which case, yeah, terrorizing could just be scaring off customers. If it's a bakery, I'm also maybe thinking that they're making pies, putting pies on the windowsill. And then this Falcon kind of keeps coming eating, kind of trying to get a little slice of rhubarb to himself. That could be terrorizing. There's probably more to the story, though. And I feel like terrorizing is definitely an exaggeration of what's happening. It's a hyperbole, a very hyperbolic statement. But I'm going to say it's a headline.
This one's asinine, my friend.
Yeah, it just sounded bad. Like you could have done better.
I thought it was pretty clever.
You got to do better. What's a Falcon going to do to a bakery?
I don't know, man. It's just... All right,
I don't want to be around anymore. Cam, headline or asinine, Brampton Foot Locker employee fined for ejaculating into shoes.
Ooh, hot stuff. That's how you get that. That's the little Nas X shoe they're selling. Ejaculate into the shoe. I wonder if that's a fetish, like a foot fetish type thing. I could see that. And maybe it was like a single. Yeah. Okay. Here's my theory. He sees his high school crush. He's like, "Can I help you?" And she's like, "I'm looking for a size 6 Jordan Inferno Red Air Dunk 91." And he's like, "We got those over here." Pulls it out, puts it on. She goes, "Oh, I can't afford this," and walks out. And he's just so revved up from that, like just can't deal with it, that he has to bust into the shoe. Headline. And that's how it happened. Don't even need the rest of the explanation.
Cam, this one is a headline here for you. This is a story about a viral video coming from a Foot Locker in Brampton where an employee is seen, you said it yourself, busting his nut into a pair of shoes and then putting the shoes back into the boxes. There's even a video of a close-up shot of what appears to be a thick white substance sitting in the soles of the shoe. The man's name is Darian Kidd, a 27-year-old from Mississauga, who shared the videos on his own personal Instagram. In the caption, he writes, "As you can see, we're at Foot Locker here. There is nobody here, and I am fully, completely, 100% naked and sexy." He did it into a pair of Maison Marjolie's Black Fusion Low sneakers. Brand and shit I've never heard of. And in a shocking course of events, Foot Locker has come out to condemn the man's actions. And he was fired.
Okay. That's great. Headliner Asinine Cam. Maison shoe going on recall.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard of this brand Maison Marjolie.
Marjolie.
I don't know.
That's a little sad. I don't think that person's in a good place.
I mean, he had a job.
Teacher.
And well,
Yeah,
I mean, not in a good place in the sense that what are every single Foot Locker employee? Failed refs. So, so obviously, the man wish, his life maybe turned out a different way, and then it just didn't.
Teacher of the Year winner arrested after seen on camera hitting a student.
Remember the good old days when a teacher could, abuse verbally or physically a student? I'm sure our parents will tell us stories. No, my parents tell me stories. Your parents tell you stories about maybe getting slapped with a ruler or something, getting the old belt or whatever it is. My stepdad has a story of a really strong Native American teacher, flat out lifting him up by his neck to the point where his feet were dangling off the floor. And why did he do it? Because my stepdad was being a shit. He was being a little shit in class. Students deserve so much more punishment, both physical and verbal, than they actually get. I remember in grade 5, Madame Godet, the soft-spoken librarian, told me to shut up. You know why she told me to shut up? Because I was talking in class. I was being disruptive. Something has to happen to control these kids. Now, just because you're Teacher of the Year, you're not exempt from these rules. You're not suddenly going to feel just like that. Just because you're Mom of the Year doesn't mean you don't want to just shake your baby. You just want to fucking shake him. So I would like to hear more about the story, specifically the type of abuse, because, there's a big difference between a little, pat on the bum and a full, I cocked my fist back and unloaded with perfect form into your skull. So I am going to say this is a headline.
Elkhart, Indiana. This is a headline after, a couple Thursdays ago, 61-year-old Michael Hosinkley asked for an early retirement. The same day video of him got released of him hitting a student in the face. It looks like it was a setup with a double jab with an overhand right. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't have that kind of details. Yeah, the force did knock the student's head into the wall, though, so it was pretty significant. The school board unanimously granted his early retirement, and it became effective immediately. But the police have arrested him since and are following up with an investigation.
Do we know?
Looks like there's gonna be some battery charges.
Yeah, do we know any more details? How old the student was? How big the teacher is?
See, because that is minor's information, you can't have it in the news report.
It can't even say he beat up a 12-year-old. I'm not saying the kid's name or whatever.
I don't think you can identify that.
Because that's the thing, right? If the kid is 6 and the man is 6'4", 235 pounds, yeah, that's sad. But if the kid is 13 and the teacher's 5'7", maybe 150 soaking wet, suddenly you're okay, that's, it's a little bit better. Besides, if you've ever wanted an opportunity to beat the shit out of your teacher, after he punched you is the time to do it. So, I mean, maybe
that's
it's
a good point.
Lost opportunity, for that kid, as far as I'm concerned. Unless he was 5, in which case, too little. Okay, Cam.
It's at high school.
Well, I don't know, Okay, Cam, here we go. Headliner Asinine. Newspaper in Spain runs fake news headlines for 6 weeks, hoping someone would notice, and nobody does.
You said Spain or the USA?
Spain.
Okay, just wanted to be sure because I don't think this story changes at all. Fake news.
When I say Spain, I mean India. I mean Africa. I mean
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't. I imagine if it's a real newspaper, it would be an interesting experiment to be like, well, we're pretty good with this. Let's see how America pulls it off. Can we put blatantly fake news on here? No one's going to question it. And if you're a reputable enough newspaper, no one will question it, right? Why would you? It's when you start just getting those little seeds of doubt, and then it's, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. CNN is fake news. So that's easily a headline.
Cam, that's asinine. I made it up.
You made me go on my political fucking high horse. All right, Cam.
You said one thing about the USA. That's hardly a political high horse.
I was making a stand.
Okay.
The company offering more than $6,000 to smell dog poop for 2 months.
Well, it depends. Is it like 2 months straight? Like you have to live with like like an oxygen tank, with the little 2 prongs up your nostrils, but instead of just putting up dog shit. Yeah, well, there's you see always like sort of things. I have a friend who did one of those kind of like studies, where they gave him booze and they gave him weed and then they put him behind a driving simulator. Or I'll see it. You see those sorts of things on an advertisement like, hey, do you use these drugs? Or like, are you trying to get off caffeine? Do this study. Compensation is there. But I would wonder what kind of science is behind whatever the end goal is. Because I guess there's 2 options, right? This is a group of scientists who are like, hey, we want to test how smelling dog shit affects the human brain after 2 months straight. Or it's just some crazy billionaire who's going like, hey, I'll give you $1,000 to smell shit. Because in that case, that would be one of the cooler things you could do with a lot of money. If you have so much money, money means nothing to you. I'll give you $50,000 to smell dog shit for 2 months. That'd be a great way to offload a little bit of cash. For science's sake, though, I hope that there is an end goal to this. But I'm going to say it's asinine.
This one's a headline, and it's actually option C, Cam, not 1 or 2. There's a plant-based pet food company in Britain that's looking for a dog poop sniffer to pay the dog owner. Let me get this right exactly. It's $6,600, 6685.82. Don't know why it's such a bizarre number. Anyway, they want to switch their canine's diet out for 2 months and then keep track of how your pet poop smells. But on top of that, they're asked to sniff the dog poop, check out the dog's digestion, general health, things like that. And you have to put in your name to a draw to do this. You want to check out the frequency of bowel movements, the energy levels, behavior, sleep patterns, and fur conditions. The dog will be examined by a veterinarian at the start and end of the 2 months.
Interesting. So, hey, listeners of the show, are you strapped for cash this month? Smell some shit. Eat shit.
Eat shit.
Okay, Cam, I got one more here for you. Headliner asinine: New England student has legs amputated after eating leftover noodles.
See, these are the kind of things where you're like, this one is much better than my loose falcon terrorizing local bakery, because I can't tell what's up or down here. And
loose falcon.
If just trying to give some idea, flesh-eating disease maybe. So noodles, losing the legs. Eating something, allergic reaction, but allergic reactions don't really happen in your legs. Ate the noodles, puked them up, fell on his own vomit, and right down the stairs, and the legs took the brunt of the impact. Just what a story, and they're going hard after Mr. Noodles. This one's asinine.
Jesus Christ, Cam. This is a headline here for you. This is a story of a 19-year-old who was admitted to the ICU one evening due to shock and multiple organ failures. The student earlier on in the day, had eaten his roommate's noodles that were in the fridge. They smelled and looked fine, so he ate them. It was some rice, some noodles, chicken, lo mein, but afterwards started to feel nauseous and some abdominal pain. Shortly after, he began to vomit. He was experiencing chills, general weakness, chest pain, and eventually blurry vision. Apparently, the day before, the roommate ate the same meal and also felt a bit nauseous, but it stopped there. The student was in the ICU where his temperature peaked at 105 degrees. He had to be put on oxygen. Blood and urine tests revealed that he had, and I'm going to try to get it right, Neisseria meningitis, which is a fancy way of saying that there was bacteria present in his blood. All the blood vessels dilate, dropping blood pressure, preventing oxygen from getting to the organs, which eventually led to gangrene on his arms and legs. The end result is that he had to have both legs amputated below the knees and parts of all 10 fingers removed. So, I hope this, if you're listening to this podcast before dinner,
Don't eat your roommate's food.
don't eat your roommate's food. I think it really comes down to that. I mean, don't eat your coworker's food. Don't eat your roommate's food. All these sorts of things.
Okay, that's the third one.
Yeah, that was all I got.
Yeah, for some reason I just was off there. Plug it or shrug it.
Plug it or shrug it. Plug it or shrug it. Plug it or shrug it. Plug it or shrug it. Plug it or shrug it.
Let's cap this off, Cam. I'm going to give a plug this week.
Okay.
And the plug is everyone likes to use that honey extension. Everyone tries to find the discount, that coupon code. You ever tried the coupon code in real life and just ask for a discount? It works a lot more than you think.
I'm lost. I'm lost with what you're saying.
The honey extension? No?
Honey extension?
Okay, so man, I feel like I'm giving an ad here.
You're going to have to explain it. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Google Chrome, you can have an extension on your Google Chrome that anytime you're buying anything, you have an extension that searches the promo code to just pump in a bunch of promo codes to see if they work.
Okay.
And it just searches for other people that have used them, and you end up getting money off. So, for example, I bought a pair of shoes the other day, pair of Nike Free Run 2s. They were $109, and then I pressed the honey button. It ran through it, and then it got me $15 off the shoes, just like that. Anyway, try asking for that in real life. It works. Ask for the good guy discount, and you get the good guy discount.
So you just walk up to the counter when you're buying your thing and say, "I'd like to use the honey code."
No, you said, "Can I get the good guy discount?" They go, "What's that?" You go, "Well, if you're a good guy and I'm a good guy, there's a discount." And they're so confused, and they give you a discount.
This doesn't sound feasible at all.
This works. I've done it.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Whatever that means, Cam. Congratulations on your new pair of shoes here. Cam, I gotta shrug something once again. I'm gonna shrug, and we're going straight back to the gym. Guys who wear gloves.
Oh, lifting gloves.
Go fuck yourself. Okay.
I heard it's a good story the other day. Or it wasn't a story. I was watching a live chat, and the guy goes, "Luke, I got life." The guy's name's Luke Thomas. He goes,
Guy's name is Luke.
He's typing into the live chat. He goes, "Luke, I got a pair of lifting gloves for Christmas. What should I do with them?" He goes, "Wipe your ass."
Like, I just don't get it. I don't get, I don't get why you would use them, really. A lifting belt. That one makes sense. I understand at least the bare minimum of physics behind that one. Straps. Again, I understand the bare minimum of why that would be needed. But gloves, what are you saving from that?
Are you a hand model?
Unless you're like the 0.00001% of the population who does hand modeling, If for some, in this case, all the hand models must go to my gym. I must go to the hand models gym.
Dude, where the fuck is your gym? You're like, everybody wears pants. Everybody wears
pants.
lifting gloves.
It's just the guy. There's the men, too. I go to the softest place, apparently.
God,
I'm the
fucking
only person out
pussies.
there with shorts and fucking calluses on my hands.
You lift with fucking soft people.
I'm-
Get me in that gym.
Exactly. It might as well just be a Planet Fitness at this point. So if you're wearing
Disgusting.
gloves, go fuck yourself.
Disgusting. Okay.
That's all the time. That's all the
that's
time.
all we got for today.
We have for the podcast this week. Thanks for listening,
A little
folks.
disjointed.
Rate, review, like, subscribe. The show is everywhere. Be sure to come back next week. We'll be chugging on every Monday like we do. And send us an email, twoceesinapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you.
We would. And don't forget, for all you alcoholics at home, Laker 5.5, only $2 a can, and is the cheapest beer you can find in Ontario. I'm Cam LeClaire, signing off.
Take care, folks.
Continuing
Tonight on Two Seas in a Pod. 96.7 on your
Two C's in a pod, 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 two C's because we're two C's in a pod, just like two C's in a pod, two C's in a pod at gmail.com.